Welcome back for a weekday update. A farm worker from Brazil was reportedly kicked to death while trying to have intimate relations with a cow. The 45-year-old man was found by one of his colleagues unconscious on the ground next to the cow wearing a condom. When reached out for further questioning, they replied, "Moo."
Japanese car maker Subaru is shutting down its 2 U.S. plants and moving back to Japan. In completely unrelated news, American lesbians are moving out of the U.S. in record numbers.
Pennsylvania judge Sonia McKnight has been convicted of attempted murder after shooting her ex-boyfriend in the head while he was asleep. The investigation began when responding EMTs became suspicious of McKnight's explanation for the injury, claiming he fell.
Sixth Sense star Haley Joel Osment was arrested last month for public intoxication and possession of a controlled substance. Footage of the arrest shows him using an anti-Semitic slur. The next day, Mel Gibson commented on Truth Social that Hollywood needs to focus on new ideas instead of just relying on remakes. This is Attempted Delivery.
Indianapolis! John, Dick, and Cheese.
Welcome back, Stamp Tramps, to Attempted Delivery. You may have noticed our guest here from the episode with Malik, this bottle of Malort. I was thinking this Saturday is the food drive at work.
Yeah,
I was
I
wonder if I could just sneak that in to into the food donations.
That would be hilarious.
It's non-perishable. I mean, it's booze, right?
Yeah, but it's opened. It's too big. You have to
true.
go buy another bottle if you want to donate Malort to somebody.
Every bottle of Malort that's been opened, I don't think it's ever been finished. There's probably never been an empty bottle of Malort.
Malik probably owns all of the empty bottles of Malort because he probably is like, here, you got to try this to so many people that he actually has gone through multiple bottles.
No, the reason I had it because I wanted to propose an idea for our guests. I know some, not the sober guests, obviously.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know, they want to jump on the wagon, off the wagon. Yeah. But no, any guests who drink, if we did a truth or drink with that, because it's so bad that they might be willing to answer a ridiculous, either embarrassing question or who's your least favorite local comic or something. You have to answer that or drink.
Or drink with shot of Malort.
Right. So yeah, just an
That's
idea.
Hilarious.
Just an idea.
Yeah. That bottle's going to stay at that exact amount for 10 years. We're never going to go through that bottle. He got that from Chicago, too. He brought it from Chicago. They don't sell it here. I asked him that, I think the next night, I'm like, do you did you get that from? He's like, yeah, they don't have. I'm like, oh shit, you brought it all the way.
No one out of Chicago will drink that shit, so they won't buy it. Needs to put some fucking tariffs on that shit.
Tariffs just on Malort.
You deserve to pay more if you drink that shit. What you got going on this week?
Not much. It's funny you brought the food drive. I had somebody give me food last Saturday, so I just have food sitting in my case, waiting, because I guess people can't read. They can read that they should donate food on a Saturday, but they didn't realize it's the second Saturday in May.
Right. I didn't even realize that it's always the second Saturday, so they can just keep using the same cards that we've. I didn't even think about that they don't have to date it.
Mm-hmm. They should do that with more stuff. All the mail. They should do no addresses, too, for fucking flyers, so we never have to.
Yeah, true. So.
Yeah, I was going to try to write a joke about the Hall of Fame. Outkast is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, which is sick. But
so I guess he's no longer an outcast. Heyo!
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Okay.
Wait, what?
There's 2 of them.
2 what?
Outcasts.
Is there?
Yeah, you didn't know there was 2?
I did not.
Andre 3000 and Big Boy. That's funny. That's
I thought
funny.
Outcast was a person.
No, it's two of them. It's the duo.
Shouldn't it be Outcasts?
No. No, that would be. I don't know. I don't know the reason. I don't know the lore behind that. I just listen to the music.
That was a joke. Have you ever seen Airheads?
No.
Fucking hell. One of the fucking funniest movies ever. It's a great comedy movie. But there was a joke in there, like the band that was like the focus. They were called the Lone Rangers.
Yeah.
And they took over a radio station to get their single
that's
played.
right. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
And the DJ was like, "Why the Lone Rangers?" And he was like, "That's what's wrong with that." He's like, "Well, there's three of you. You're not exactly lone, are you?" But yeah, very, very funny movie. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I miss a lot of stuff. I don't know. It doesn't really make
as far
any
as
sense.
Comedy movies, it's
Yeah, I miss so many. Glessner was telling me to watch Spinal Tap. I think we were talking about it on here at some point.
for sure. Because they're going to come out with the second one.
Oh, that's right. That's why. Yeah.
That's a good. Did you watch? We've been teasing it for a little while, but I think it's.
Oh shit! No, I gotta watch that.
You have not yet watched Glengarry Glen Ross?
No.
Definitely gotta watch that.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
There's it was a play and then a movie and then a play, but I knew it from the movie, with a ridiculous cast. Like everyone is in that movie, like Pacino, Kevin Spacey, Ed Harris, Jack Lemmon, Alec Baldwin. Yeah, a ton of people in that movie, but it's not the kind of thing where it's like gonna ruin it.
No, yeah.
I really want to see it to see
the
like,
difference.
Who plays what character, and then also like just how it differs from the movie. So I'm gonna rewatch the movie also before we actually go, or we could actually like watch it in the hotel the night before.
Yeah.
I mean, depending what we do. So May 27th, 28th, 29th, attempted delivery will be in New York City.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we'll do a hotel pod.
Yeah, planning on it.
I think it'd be cool to record one up there. We could even do it both nights. So we're going up Tuesday. The show's at like 2:00 Wednesday.
Yeah, 2 p.m.
Which is sick because then we have the rest of the evening like free to do whatever.
Hell yeah.
We may try to look up some mics. We may try to go to the Comedy Cellar. If anybody has any New York suggestions, we're gonna do like the typical shit, like get a slice of pizza. Yeah, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. What else do you do in New York? Kick a homeless. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Rob somebody. Shoot a CEO. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Oh shit, dude! All right, we got to cut that out.
I wouldn't even see. You think I'm dumb enough to even say that into a microphone? They're fucking listening to this shit. I'm not making the same mistakes Luigi made. All right. I think that trial started, or did it?
Oh, did it? I don't know.
No,
that would be quick.
The Diddy trial started. Wrong New York guy. Sorry, my bad. Wrong trial. Yeah, different guy. One I want to be innocent. One I don't really care about. I'll let you guys decide which one's which.
Speaking of revenge, you know, I've come around. I hope that I've changed a bit since the beginning of this podcast. Like, I'd like to think I've become a better person, and I have known to be petty and filled with revenge fantasies and weaponized this podcast at times. A couple months ago, I talked about the car wash that busted the part. Got it fixed. It was like $60. So like not even a huge deal.
Yeah.
You know, the car wash was $50.
Wow.
You know, they could have at least like comped it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
yeah, you'd think that would be like a go-to. It's like, okay, you fucked up my order. Give me a free drink.
Right. But they basically, the woman told me straight up, like, we will probably not do anything about it. Like, she was basically telling me, and then any contact that I made with them after that, they ignored me. My wife even emailed, and they ignored her. And I just started thinking about all these like revenge fantasies, and it was like, you know what? It was $60. I can just never go back there again. And certainly, like, I wouldn't be planning anything. You know what I mean? Like. That would just be wrong, and I I'm a better person. I've grown. So there's no need to plan anything.
Yeah.
So I won't be doing that. I'm just gonna let it go.
Yeah. I feel like this is headed somewhere.
No.
I feel like there's an angle here.
No. I just let it go. I'm just letting it wash away like so many suds off of a 2011 Honda CRV.
Yeah.
Because I'm a better person. And you don't always have to get revenge. You don't always have to get your pound of flesh. So yeah, I'm a better person. So New York, we're going to go up to New York. And I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Little road trip.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I still feel like you're gonna kill me now for some reason.
No, not at all. I'm looking forward to our trip. We got a hotel right around the corner from Broadway. We're going to see the show. I looked up Joe List's movie, but they didn't have any times playing. Like it's playing like currently.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that would have been a cool thing to see it in New York because it's only playing in limited theaters, but hopefully enough people will go and see it so it gets a wider distribution.
Is it still like the 4th of July or whatever?
No.
This is another one?
It's Portrait of a Comedian about this guy, Tom Dustin.
Oh, okay.
Who apparently is this crazy motherfucker, but he's a comedian. And it started out just like they were talking about it a bit on We Might Be Drunk or whatever. They had Joe List on and Tom Dustin.
Oh, okay.
And I had never heard of him. So I think he just wanted to highlight this guy, and it started out with he just has like wild stories, but then it turned into this like bigger documentary basically. But it's getting a lot of praise about it being very funny and also just like a very moving documentary. So I just thought it'd be cool to see it in New York if it's only playing in New York, but it's like in LA. I think it's in Philly.
Okay.
So it's not like it's the only chance we would have to see. I just thought it'd be cool since, but yeah, Glengarry Glen Ross, Bill Burr,
hell yeah,
Bob Odenkirk, Kieran Culkin, Michael McKean. Should be fun. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm psyched for it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it should be sick. At the very least, it'll just be fun to go up to New York. That'd be sick if we could hit up a mic. I think Dylan, I don't even know. Have you met him before Thursday? I forget. Yeah, but he gave me a list of a bunch of mics too. We can look at whatever. What's it called? But I forgot. What's that? What was that name you said from The Sixth Sense?
Haley Joel Osment.
That's a guy.
That's the kid. That was the I See
His
Dead
name's
People kid.
Haley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haley Joel.
I thought you like pronounced it weird. I was like, maybe he said like Haley. I don't know.
Generally, Haley's traditionally a girl's name. But I mean,
true.
That
who cares?
I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, it's
it doesn't
funny.
have to be. It's just
Does he still act?
Rarely, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty rarely.
Nice. Hopefully for good reasons. Not like Kevin Spacey reasons or whatever.
No, I don't think it's that. But I mean, he definitely has some
oh shit! I forgot about the story.
He has some booze and cocaine problems.
Oof. All right, so maybe not good reasons. Shit. Sorry.
And apparently some anti-Semitic.
Well, who doesn't? That's just normal, right? That is a funny joke.
So yeah, look forward to some New York stuff from Attempted Delivery.
Hell yeah!
Later in the month, that'll be fun.
Yeah, and then we have and I guess we have a episode banked, clip episode that we watched some clips that hopefully people will like for that week.
Right. For our very first open mic.
Yeah,
I think we can tease it. Like,
I guess so. Yeah.
We reluctantly we rewatched our very first open mics. In some ways, it wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be, and then in other ways, it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It was. It was mostly better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's very much a first set.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, and before, well, I guess we can also tease. We're going to be. We talk like we've been doing video, but we haven't been. But if you're a fan, if you've been listening to the podcast, the feed is about to be really annoying next week. So I'm going to apologize now. There's going to be a lot of posts. We have a lot of episodes and clips being posted. So sorry for flooding your feed for a few days. That is all.
Yes, we will be assaulting the airwaves. Speaking of assault.
Okay. Hell yeah. I like segues.
Justin Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
Was released from the Ravens. Not the release he was looking for.
Nice.
But yeah, it's wild. The wildest thing about it is that did you see the statement?
No, I didn't.
About it?
Actually. It's bad if they're letting you go.
well, the statement had nothing to do with the allegations. So he's been alleged to have exposed himself or tried to coerce some handies from happy endings from multiple massage therapists. Mm-hmm. And this isn't the first NFL story regarding this.
No, the last guy got a huge contract.
Yeah, which was going to be my next point, was that John Harbaugh and also the Ravens statement about it said this was entirely a football decision based on their roster.
Please. You mean the best kicker in the NFL? In history?
Yeah. The most accurate kicker in history. He currently has an 89% success rate. So I was like, I mean, if you're used to shooting your shot and making it, maybe I think he was just a little overconfident. But
well, yeah, I saw a thing that was about the Steelers. It was Chris Boswell is this far away from I'm like, yo, you guys are wild. You're just all right, let's see how many kicks Chris Boswell's got to do to top him now. I guess they're assuming he's not coming back.
Right.
It's just so fucking funny.
But what if the massages were the secret to kicking, being a really good kicker?
Just Deshaun Watson was better quarterback
relaxing
before.
Those. Well, that's the funny thing. When it's a football decision, he gets kicked off the team. When it's not a football decision, he gets the biggest contract in NFL history at the time. I don't know. It is all alleged. He came out with a statement that was these are all things that were it's hardly tabloid fodder. It's things were taken out of context or that kind of thing. But I mean,
no fucking chance. That's a really bad sign.
Yeah.
If all that's true, if that's not true, if none of it's true, and they kicked it, and they're releasing him, that's insane.
Yeah. I mean,
Philly took Michael Vick back after he killed dogs.
Right.
They drafted him after jail time. They're come on down.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, the one thing I would say in his defense is that he's known to be very religious, and religious people never do anything nefarious. Mm-hmm. So I think there's that.
God is on his side.
Yeah,
I mean, clearly he's innocent.
Right. Surely a religious person wouldn't do anything nefarious.
Did they pick a pope yet? Justin
think...
Tucker? Justin Tucker's gonna be the pope, youngest pope in history.
I'm just waiting. The wife watches RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm just waiting for one of them the next season. There's gonna be a Justin Tucker, or just Justin Tucker. Tucker would
that's
be
pretty good. Yeah,
Bustin' Tucker.
That's
great drag name. I think.
Yeah, you're right. Justin Tucker is pretty much the perfect
it's already
drag
there.
name. Yeah,
I always thought Tucker Carlson would be funny too.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
But anyway,
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, that's all I got. I was just surprised. We talked about it a while ago, but they actually finally officially released them, and I just thought it was wild.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected it all to just blow over and nothing ever to happen.
Right.
Besides a civil suit or something, a settlement.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Because I wonder if they found someone else out that we don't even know yet.
Yeah. It's also wild when it says the NFL is investigating. It's not police. Are the police investigating the sexual assault, or is the NFL?
The NFL is like the Vatican. They have control.
They're also an extremely wealthy nonprofit, just like the Vatican.
Are they literally a nonprofit, or is that just a joke?
NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, NFL is a nonprofit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one is profiting at all in any way, shape, or form from the NFL.
Yeah, they give it all away. They give it all away to the players.
I also wonder, like, is this a clue that, like, white privilege is over? Because, like, the white guy gets kicked off the team and the black guy gets, like, the record contract.
Like, I forget, did he get the record contract before the allegations came out?
I thought it was, like, concurrent. I never heard of him until I heard both of those facts.
Same here. I'm a bad fan. I'm a bad
you know
football
what I mean?
fan.
I never heard of him, and then, boom. Like,
yeah, that's true. It was very close together. You're right, because it was so fun. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan, so it was very funny to me. They paid all that money, and then he didn't stop playing.
Right.
But he got suspended for like a few games, like 5 games or something. Yeah. It's like, God damn, you guys took more from Tom Brady for deflating balls.
The risk reward, like, honestly, like, to go in to get a massage and to, like, trying something, like, the risk reward, like, oh, I'll just get kicked off this team. I'll still be considered the best kicker ever and still have millions of dollars, or I'll also get many more millions of dollars. So it's like,
yeah, I wonder if what if they were making an example out of it? Like, all right, you guys need to stop trying to get handies. All right, you motherfuckers need to relax. And we're tired of this. Last time,
right?
Deshaun got away with it. Tucker, you're fucked. We're not doing this.
And I just don't understand, like,
no, it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
you have millions of dollars, you can't just buy a sex worker,
right?
I don't understand.
Right.
I don't understand why you would do, and you would risk it all when there's for sure there's. I mean, do you have to be pretty? I'll do it. For how much are we talking?
Well, not only that, like, I mean, you might not know this, like, despite my physique, I am not. An athlete, or a football star, any kind of sports star, but women just have to be like throwing themselves at these people.
I mean, just at least a little bit. It's not like he's like hideous. I think he's like a reasonably attractive dude.
I think he fucking sings opera.
No shit. Damn, that's crazy.
Like a dude who can sing like and play football and is rich, like
clearly talented. Yeah. Does he have a family? Maybe we should fuck. Maybe we should be treating this with kid gloves. Now I feel a little bad. Although this is kind of his fault. But. See, I hate that because what
gloves, if that's the Vatican.
Michael Jackson. Oh, okay. 6 cents. That's crazy. Ugh. Man, I hope he's guilty. You know what I mean? It's way better than being innocent and having to deal with 2 shitheads in Pennsylvania talking about it.
Well, I mean, hopefully he's innocent and no women got assaulted.
Yeah, that's always the goal.
There's that.
Yeah, that's always the goal. Which is never what people look at. They never the way people look at things. They very much rather than be super guilty.
Yeah.
Speaking of, my Facebook algorithm keeps feeding me Chris D'Elia clips. I'm like, dude, stop it. I get it. He's funny. I don't want to watch this.
It's going to get worse since you just said kid gloves. So. Gloves, not loves. What was I about to say? Oh, saying that he is an opera singer and like women would just throw themselves. It reminded me of in high school. There was this kid. I was also in high school, but it's nothing bad. It was English. I don't remember what the occasion was. I don't know if it was just like a half day. It was just like it was a very casual moment in the classroom. Mm-hmm. There wasn't actually like teaching going on. I don't remember why, but that's not important. But this dude who was a friend, mm-hmm. Would still consider a friend, but like long lost from high school. He was a musician. He's a drummer, but he's also a really good singer. And I remember just like one of the girls in the class saying like, "Hey, Mike, you sing, right? Like, sing something." And he just like closed his eyes and sang, what's that song? What's that song? When she says she loves me,
When she says she loves me.
Maybe you'd understand.
What kind of song is it?
It's like 90s, like kind of softish rock. When she says she loves me, maybe you'd understand why I felt this way.
If you could only see.
That's it.
Song by Tonic?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the song. So he sings, sorry, I can't remember what the fuck it was, but he sang that, and I feel like every girl in the room just like slid off their chair. Like it was... There was not a dry seat in the house. It was it was ridiculous. I was like, God damn it! Now I can't stand up for 15 minutes. Fucking asshole! I'm already in high school. It's already hard enough for me, literally. But yeah, it was.
Damn, he just like sang that shit in class too.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's crazy.
Yeah,
not only was he like
singing,
talented, but he's also confident.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What's that like?
That's a good question.
What's talent like?
I know neither talent nor confidence, so I don't.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not even talented at. I'm not even talented at delivering mail. Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy, man. They're talking about giving us new vehicles, and I'm not. Speaking of delivering mail, they're talking about apparently only long routes will get them.
Okay.
Like I guess like the longest miles they're gonna start replacing, which
that makes sense.
I hope is true, because my route's like fucking 30 miles, so it's like I'm at the end of this. I mean, as far as
mine's about 30.
Okay, I'm like I don't want anything to do with that.
Right.
I might have to quit my job if I get one of those fucking vehicles. I keep saying that, and I don't know if I mean it or not, because it's like we're not gonna get compensated for that extra time. I know it's gonna take longer.
Really?
There's no way. There's no way that those mattresses suck. Like to deliver I don't know. I can't. It blows my mind. People like them. Everything's like electronic. So when you put it into like drive, you have to sit there and wait. I mean, you can throw the fucking LLV in drive like in a second.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can switch gears.
I haven't even finished reversing before I thought.
Yeah. Some of it sucks. I hate when you get one that's like not your own. Like you get like a replacement for like temporary, and it's like one that's real touchy. So when you try to do that, it like goes into reverse immediately. It's like it has like a brand new transmission or some shit.
That always sucks because you have to. Like,
wait.
Just getting into a truck that you're not familiar with is like, okay, how is this one fucked up?
Yes,
because at least I know how mine's fucked up.
Yep. Yeah. They're all like snowflakes. They're all fucked up in their own unique way. Yeah. Yeah. Like, mine bogs out and shuts itself off sometimes. Other ones are like the brakes are like crazy touchy, so you're like getting whiplash all day. But yeah, I am like, I think the mechanic said that it's like a knob too. Like, you know how some cars have knobs to shift gears?
Right.
Like on the dashboard?
Oh, weird.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, that's gonna suck. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not. And then they're also gigantic and look like a boot. I'm not really trying to drive Das Boot around, taking forever.
Right.
I just know it's gonna take longer to do, you know what I mean? Every package is gonna take longer, because like, I've got that shit in like my muscle memory. Shut off the vehicle, pull the emergency brake, curb the wheels, shut off the lights, turn off the key. Fucking like I can do it in like 2 seconds.
Right.
I do it so much. I've like punched my dashboard in my Tahoe because it's similar, and I also have a gear shifter or a column shifter. I've already like just smacked my dashboard trying to turn off my lights. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna break my car. So, and it's like a switch. It's not even like a push button. It's it's like a knob to turn off the lights. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Sorry to bring it to work.
Yeah,
just popped into my head because we were talking about that today.
I mean, at least you can be maybe slightly reassured with knowing the post office that like these trucks probably won't even like come around till we're retired.
It seems like they're starting to roll them out already. Really? VMF has like 2 of them, I think, and they're planning on bringing them to York. I think somebody got trained on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, come on. This is the thing that you're fast with of all the things, and like the last 50 years, no new vehicles. Now all of a sudden you can manufacture a vehicle out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not trying
at the same time offering longer time employees or more senior employees like early retirement to try to save money, but also buying like these brand new fancy cars or trucks.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Ugh.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm hoping they let me say no. I don't think they will. It seems like something they'd be like, no, we're making you take this vehicle. It's like, can I just say no? Can I not? I'd be the last one. Yeah. Hopefully they go by that or seniority, and then I'm halfway down the list, so it'll be a little while before I have to deal with their stupid boot.
Right.
Or duckmobile or whatever.
So I came across this thing. I guess we can maybe get into comedy.
Hell yeah. Because we can start comedy.
So I just came across this funny thing. I don't know if you saw it. I posted it, but I just thought it was hilarious. Like thinking about this and then also thinking about comedy. So in medieval England, a most unusual performer named Roland Le Couture, translated as Roland the Farter.
Okay, that's great.
Earned his place in history through an extraordinary talent. His signature act involved performing a synchronized jump, whistle, and fart at King Henry's second royal court each Christmas.
Son of a bitch, I'm going to have to stop doing that bit. That's my closer.
I like how this happened every Christmas.
Yeah. Well, eggnog didn't sit well back in the medieval times.
True, fair enough. Don't get him near that open fire with the chestnuts.
Yeah.
Roland's, but here's where it is. Nowadays, it takes 10 years before maybe you start making money in comedy, real money, 10, 15 years. Roland's performances so delighted the king that he was rewarded with a manor house and 30 acres of land in Suffolk, England.
Damn.
A remarkable gift that highlighted just how valued entertainment was in medieval courts.
That's crazy.
Is that the kid in the background?
Yeah.
I mean, she's 1.5 and she already can jump and fart at the same time. She just got to get the whistling down. I just thought that was wild. His annual Christmas performance of a simultaneous jump, whistle, and fart secured his family's wealth for generations.
Fuck yeah.
It created generational wealth.
The original dick joke.
Yeah.
Damn, so Britain did start it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, apparently the source of this was there is a book. You come here for all your book recommendations. On farting, language and laughter in the Middle Ages.
It's like Stephen King's On Writing.
Yeah, On Farting, Language and Laughter in the Middle Ages by Valerie Allen. Shout out Valerie.
So there's a book about that, but there's not a book about that nun you and Zach Jack did an episode on?
Right.
That's crazy.
Well, if I'm sure he'll show you when you go do his podcast. There is a book.
Yeah.
But he said he got it for $8, and it looks like a child made it. It looks like a child's book report. So yeah, just imagining but the thing I posted, I was like, yeah, this guy still wouldn't have the worst set at an open mic.
I mean, guaranteed it wouldn't be the worst. It would at least be one of the crazy ones that everybody has to watch.
But yeah, that's, I guess, just how few entertainers there were back then, or just how saturated it is now. That you could end up
Shakespeare
with
and stuff, and they got
generational
tired of that highbrow bullshit.
Right.
They got tired of cancel culture. People wanted offensive comedy.
Yeah, this was back when comedy was comedy. Before when you could really do whatever you want on stage. Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, also check out that episode. That nun was crazy.
Yeah. Check out. We had friend of the pod, Zach Jack, on here. His podcast, Raised by Television, great podcast where he just dives into some of the craziest stories.
Yeah.
That you should have heard about but probably haven't. So our episode was. I don't want to give too much away. You should definitely listen. But it was it's a Greek nun serial killer in the late 30s, early 40s. responsible for hundreds of deaths.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Many of them children. It was wild. I'm imploring him to do a documentary on this because he dove so far in with research. Like he said it. He probably is
the leading expert
on this subject. But it's wild. That's why it's a great podcast, because he just dives so deep in.
Oh yeah.
If he just kept it like surface, people could be like, oh, I could just look at a Wikipedia.
Exactly.
No, he dove in so far and did actual research. So yeah, definitely check out that episode. You're going to be on there soon. I'm sure. I sent him something that was like, this might be up his alley, but I know you already picked something. So like, I'm not giving anything away or anything, you know what I mean? But I sent something. I was like, this could be something, but
I told him I was down for whatever. And he gave me like topics. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea what it is, but.
Right. And that's part of the fun too, as doing the podcast is like, he'll give you a vague idea, but like you get to discover it in real time, just like the audience.
Yeah.
So it was a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Comedy. You do any shows?
I don't think so. I don't think I did any shows.
I haven't done any since. Or no, I did do one, but I think before then, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. Not that I can recall. Did you talk about the Duncannons? Yeah, you did. Yeah, we talked about it with Malik.
Right. Yeah, so I did, Aaliyah's doing shows every Thursday, and she's still on Facebook, like, shouting out comics. So
I'll have to hit her up.
Yeah, just if you're a comic and you're listening to this and you want to do a show, she'll, just hit her up. Yeah. And it was fun. It was at this place called Shangri-La, which at first I was like skeptical because it's a restaurant. It was an interesting restaurant because they have like Japanese stuff on the menu. Like you can get sushi. I'm pretty sure they had like katsu and stuff like that. But then they also had like Indian or Nepalese stuff, which would be a great restaurant to take the wife, because she's like not huge on sushi. She'll eat it every once in a while, but she loves the Indian stuff. So
and then you could both,
right. So I was up in a little past Harrisburg. I'm blanking on the like name of the area, but basically Harrisburg, maybe like 20 minutes north of there.
That word.
But it was a ton of fun, but it wasn't in the restaurant part. Like, so you walk in and it's a normal restaurant, bar and that kind of thing, but they have an upstairs like lounge area.
Oh, nice.
And they had
so you're not assaulting anybody.
Right.
You're just
there's no
its
ambush.
Own show.
There's no ambush. Free show.
Nice.
And people came out. There's like an actual stage, like some couches, some comfortable seating area. There's like a hibachi like grill upstairs, but like it wasn't going.
Yeah, thank God.
But yeah, you can order food, drinks, all that stuff.
Just doing a fucking onion volcano while you're trying to tell trying to tell jokes.
Yeah, chef like flings a shrimp into your mouth from the stage.
Yeah, that's the light. You start bombing, they'll just shrimp you.
So when do you want the shrimp? 5 minutes? 8 minutes?
When do you want the shrimp is hilarious.
Yeah, don't book that guy again. He ran the shrimp.
Yeah, he ran the shrimp. Clink. You just hear clink. Fuck. You just keep getting shrimped. Turns into eggs.
Running the shrimp. But yeah, it was fun. I'm gonna be an asshole and not remember I think I might remember everyone's name. She also does an open mic after.
Oh, sick.
It kind of turns into like a party after. There's she had a rapper like come up. She had a couple musicians come up. I think even people like do poetry, other stand up like for open mic, and so you'd sign up for.
So it's like a comedy show, and then like a variety of
exactly,
open mic.
Exactly. But it was fun. Ron Kane did a guest spot up top. Excuse me. And then there was me, Hal Kramer, some guy named Aaron.
Okay.
who I think is pretty new.
Okay.
This might have been his first show, but I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. And then Franklin Rivera.
Oh, word.
And I
haven't seen him in a minute.
I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I might be forgetting one, and I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
But that's nothing new. But it was a ton of fun. So this was my first quote unquote black show.
Yeah.
And it was a ton of fun. Like afterwards, I was like, I don't know if I ever want to fucking do comedy for white people ever again. Like you have these fucking like old fucks like mean mugging, just arms crossed, just staring at you like they didn't voluntarily come to a comedy show.
Yeah. Well, so the show must have went well for you because you probably wouldn't be saying that if
true. Yeah, it did go pretty well. Like a couple things kind of like didn't quite land, but for the most part, it was really good. One of my it was I will say the audience was much more active and engaged.
For sure, yeah.
One of my jokes, the premise, I start out asking people's like thoughts on circumcision, if they're for it or against it, and I damn near started like a riot. Like one person was just like cut it off, and then one person like said like no, Lord. And then it just turned into chaos. Like people were yelling, and so I was like, I just kind of watched for like 30 seconds, a good like people yelling at each other going off about circumcision, and then like after it died down, I was like, I don't know what just happened. Are we for it or against it? Like I tried to get back into it, and then it was fine. It was fine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. But like, black comics will say this stereotype like, so I'm not like trying to be an asshole, but like they will even say like black shows don't start on time.
Yeah.
I showed up. It said show started at 7,
mm-hmm.
So I got there like at 6:30 and went up, and then like by the time 7 came around, it was Hal Kramer was already there,
mm-hmm.
and then like 7 came around, it was still just me and him, and then like 7:15 came around, and it was still just me and him. And then around 7:30, people started to like kind of come in, pour in, and then like I think it kind of got going by 8.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, it was very
comedy shows in general almost
funny.
Never start on time.
True.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
It was just hilarious that like 2 of the white comics were just sitting there like, did we come to the right spot? Are we on the right night? Like,
you're punked. That's
but yeah, it went really well to the point. Ali was hosting, obviously,
mm-hmm.
and she went up after and was like, I think our black people like you. We might put you on a spot on the S Club, like on stage, like not, you know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, like. So that made me feel pretty good, especially after the last thing I had done was kind of eating some dicks at that. The country club.
Uh-huh.
That it was fine, but like I definitely didn't feel good about it.
No, it's one of those.
So I kind of needed the feel good, so I was super happy with that.
Hell yeah!
And then for the first time I've done it, I went to the Zone.
Oh yeah,
and actually did another set. That was the first time I've ever done 2 things in a night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was only 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even going to do it. I knew Damian Robinson was hosting, and he was like, I could put you up last. I mean, obviously, because I'm showing up. And I was like, I don't know. I just had a show I felt good about, so I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
And Drew Brooks was like, oh, no, ruin it. Like, you should totally ruin it. And then I was just kind of like going back and forth, and I was like, I'm not getting out as much as I'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
I can hardly get to the Zone anyway, because my wife works the hours of that open mic on Monday and Thursday for Phantom Power and the Zone. So like,
unless you guys like, subscribe, follow, and share.
Yeah.
Then she can be a stay-at-home mom. Right. What's better than that?
So yeah, I was like, the fact that I was hesitant is the reason I should do it. I was
absolutely.
Like,
that's what I told you too. Yeah, I was like, no, you should.
Yeah, like I'm here.
It won't be not worth it. Right. Bombing, you can still. It's still worth. Every bomb, you get more comfortable bombing, and that's invaluable. Right.
But it was also like, I'd be an asshole. Like, you can't complain about not getting out if you're literally here and able to go up. And it really helped that like some people stuck around
for sure,
and a bunch of comics went up to the very front row.
For some reason, after my set, don't know what that was about, but
for the last couple sets, I mean,
literally,
Drew was still watching basketball on his phone anyway, not paying attention, but he was at least doing that in the front of the room. But yeah,
is it better to watch somebody watching the fucking?
It was
the 76ers right in front of you? Is that better?
It put me at ease. It was fine. But yeah, and I do have to be honest that like I had a drink and I was just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go up, and I like just kind of like finished it real quick.
Yeah.
And it kind of hit me like as I went up, so I probably had a little bit more liquid courage.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was funny because Damien was hosting all night. Obviously, my name was Damien too, so it was his idea. He gave me his hat.
Yeah.
And was like, go up and like. Say I've been your host this evening.
Instead of the host between, just go up. Yeah,
he had me go up, and I feel bad because I think Aaron was kind of blindsided. Aaron Scholl was up last, and he thought he was going to be last.
Oh, that's right.
And then I went and stood up at the stage. I don't think he saw Damien give him the light, so I think he may have felt like I just like came up to kick him off stage, but I was like, that wasn't the case. Like Damien had given him the light, and then I waited a good while.
Yeah, he really doesn't see color. He thought you were Damien. Isn't that wild?
I mean, I did have the hat on, and a gun, and, but I also didn't want to like go up to the side of the stage because I didn't want that front row of comics to see me. Until I went up, because it kind of ruined the bit of me going up as him. But anyway, like, so Aaron just kind of like saw me and just gave me a look. And I was like looking at him. I was like, you got the light, but maybe he didn't see the light. And I was worried that he thought I was just coming to kick him off. But I was, but anyway, I just went up, did a few jokes, talked about doing the show earlier that evening, which was kind of fun. Like I did do some of my jokes and a couple that like I've been working on trying to perfect, and they kind of landed. The Jean Bonnet joke actually landed. So I was pretty happy with that, and just kind of, I don't know, it was one of the funnest nights that I've had in comedy, doing a good show and then just going spontaneously. The spontaneity of it. I think.
I want to get more like that as well. And it's really just sick. I can't imagine what it's like to be able to do like 5 spots in a night. That's fucking, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
That
was a particularly fun open mic as well, because there were some like audience members there, and I just so happened to be up like literally it was me and then Dylan were like last. And then you showed up, and then Aaron Scholl showed up, so you guys were after us. But it was just, I was like second to last on the list. So I'm like, well, we'll see how this goes. It might be one of those where I'm just saying like whatever the fuck.
Right.
And I've also been trying to like riff more or whatever, which I did when I went on stage. I was talking about like Dylan having like PTSD or whatever from me. I forget what I even said. Oh yeah, like he looked at my nose and fucking went back to 1942 or something like that.
Nice.
And, but yeah, no, that was like a sick night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you said you tried a couple new jokes.
No, well.
Oh, that's right. You fixed the elf joke.
Yeah, the elf joke. Drew Brooks had kind of given me a suggestion. I was kind of giving away too much.
Yeah.
So it is kind of obvious what was coming. So I tried to leave it a little more vague, and it worked better. The Jean Bonnet one, like I had only tried that one once at the Zone at the Tuesday mic.
Oh, that's right.
And some people like Pickle was like, we don't know who Jean Bonnet is, which is still wild to me.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I barely do.
But that's wild. Like, you know who OJ is.
Yes.
That story had maybe not quite as much coverage, but it was still national news. Like, you guys know who the Menendez brothers are. Like,
I only know that because of the resurgence. Okay. Other than that, I never heard of them.
But it was wild because Netflix, there's like 18 Jean Bonnet.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Documentaries.
Oh, and there's a newer one, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's
like a new one every year.
And I just don't watch any of the stuff like that. So, but the reason I know OJ so well is because he was innocent. John Benet Ramsey was obviously guilty. That's why.
She was a little girl who was murdered.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, she was obviously guilty.
That's an episode title.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, the way you set that joke up makes it work. But honestly, I might not get it. Actually, if I would have heard the joke before I was explained
right.
who that is,
I could do the exact same joke with Casey Anthony.
that would. Yeah.
There's or kind of any.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who's murdered their child. Like,
yeah, but then at that point, I mean, who doesn't? Maybe there's people that don't know Casey Anthony. Like maybe that's just on my radar, and
right,
you know,
right.
Yeah, you could just explain.
I mean, luckily people just keep killing children.
Yeah,
so,
thank God. You know what I mean? It's got to keep being relevant. Yeah, probably. You could probably find a way to set the joke up and then explain who JonBenet Ramsey is or Casey Anthony, one way or the other.
Yeah, that just.
You can find it. You might be able to write. You sit down and maybe watch. Did you watch the JonBenet documentary? Maybe you can.
I have seen some.
I was gonna say maybe you can get some. Maybe you can write other jokes about JonBenet, and then you have a whole bit about JonBenet.
True. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you can like come up with other jokes.
Oh, I'm sure I could.
Yeah. Should be right up your alley.
But
Or in your
there
trunk.
also has been.
Should be right back in your trunk.
There also has been many others.
Yeah, true.
So this joke was more about like parenting.
Yes.
And I'm just using that for the punchline.
Yeah.
I remember Jeselnik talking to David Spade, saying that one of his favorite jokes of all time is David Spade, his JonBenet joke, which is like, JonBenet, not really a looker. Like, it's
so
the
crazy.
most ridiculous fucking thing you could say. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so funny.
It's hilarious. It was a very funny joke, but it was even funnier that you're like, oh yeah, she's guilty. It's like, she was the victim. Yeah, she was one of those like pageant kids.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And was found dead in the basement.
Yeah.
And yeah. But anyway. I've tried that joke a couple different ways. That one's kind of like the most direct and short.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I liked it better that way. So
Yeah.
Fun. One of the most fun nights I think I've had. So
Yeah, that's sick.
You know, we've had a ton of fun nights, and every night you get to do it is fun.
Yeah.
But it was a fun new experience to go right from a show to a mic, and I was like, oh, I almost feel like a real comic.
That is always fun. Feeling like a real comic.
Oh, I did see your post. So you're going to be on the Brouhaha.
Oh
show.
yeah. The inaugural Brouhaha show.
Oh yeah, that's it. It was at where was it called?
Williamsport, Maryland.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it's over. It's actually probably over by where Glessner's from, I'm assuming. Somewhere near. It's definitely closer to him than it is to us. It's it's over like west towards like west. Yeah, west. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, West Maryland.
Nice.
West North Maryland.
It's
May 31st.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't know. So yeah, he asked me. I don't know how much time I'm doing. I have to ask him. He might be doing 30. I'm not sure.
Nice.
There's only 3 of us on the show.
Shit. All right.
It's me, Karen Kay, and Andrew Glessner.
Nice.
So yeah, that's speaking of so go to that if you're anywhere near Maryland, Williamsport.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on the other side of like Gettysburg and all that. I believe. I think it's like an hour and a half.
Alrighty.
If I remember correctly from Googling it.
So it's out like maybe past Frederick.
Probably, yeah. That sounds about right. I think Frederick is an hour and a half away. So
yeah. My brother. Lives
duh.
right by
yeah,
there.
you would know.
I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt. If
no, what were you gonna say?
Well, when you said Western Maryland, that made me realize. I apologize in advance. We do have 2 single beds or separate beds.
Yeah.
But I apologize in advance if you wake up and I'm spooning you. This actually happened. You just reminded me of it. And if we ever have Sonny on here, he can attest to it.
Okay.
So we played a show. This was the band Devil's Radio. We played a show out in Frostburg, Maryland, which is bumfuck Western Maryland, way past Frederick. And college town. We played a show. It was cool, but it was kind of far away, so we just stayed in a little hotel right next to it rather than drive back because we were all drinking and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like we just decided to stay in this little hotel, and there was 2 beds, 2 like big beds. So Kevin and Sonny were in one bed. I think. But anyway, and me and Dave, who was the lead singer, other guitar player, Kevin was bassist, singer, Sonny's drummer. And this was told to me because I had been drinking, as we all had, but I didn't remember, I didn't know I was doing this, but we were in the same bed. And this was told to me the next day that Sonny kind of like half woke up to Dave going, Sonny? And he's like, what, dude? And Dave was like, he's spooning me. So apparently I thought it was Kate in the middle of the night. I was so drunk, I just like rolled over and just put my arm around him lovingly. He made no mention of getting poked in the back or anything, so I don't think, you know.
Well, if you were that drunk, you wouldn't have gotten up anyway.
True. Or he might have gotten pregnant. Or maybe not. Anyway. But yeah, that just made me laugh. That like I said,
all right, so Damien's going to be sober when we go to New York.
Well, lucky for you, I'm tied to a CPAP machine now.
Nice.
So that'll keep me tied to my bed.
All right, so I'll take your plugs. Actually, that'll probably be nice white noise.
Yeah,
is it blue noise for you? Because it's Greek.
Nice.
Blue and white noise.
It's fairly quiet, so you're good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that just when you said Western Maryland, that just took me back to spooning.
Do you got any of those bed rails for toddlers? Throw those bitches up so you can't get in bed with me. Carrying them in, like, do you have a baby with you guys? Like, no.
Or we just save that for the Patreon. And, you know.
All right, we'll take the camera.
The 360 camera.
Yeah, 360. I don't think it needs to be that real. Yeah, do you have anything else to add to raping me in the hotel room?
No, at least not yet.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what. Oh yeah, the open mic. What's it called?
Or the brouhaha, or that's what we were.
Well, yeah. I don't know much about the show. I think it's his first. It's going to be his first one. Yeah. So I'm excited to be on the is it christening a ship when you? Yeah, I forget what that's called when you break the bottle. Your christening voyage. Is that the thing?
Maiden voyage.
Well, it's a maiden voyage, but I think is it when you crest. It's something different. I'm an idiot. Yeah. When you it's
inaugural. I mean, you said it. I think.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking of. I think it's called something when you do that to a ship. It's like christening or I'm not gonna get there. It's fine. Yeah. But no, I'm excited to be on that. So it should be sick. Looks like a cool place. I was looking up the like the bar or whatever. Yeah, I might be doing like 30. So I started working on, or I started just like doing jokes that I had, just older jokes that I don't do as often. Just to like the one, like basically I just did 20 minutes. So I'm like, all right, well I gotta work on that other 10.
Right.
In case like I don't. Now some of it is stuff I do a lot. Some of the stuff I'm going to add to like the 20 minutes are jokes that I do often enough that I don't even really have to work on them. But some of them I just like, they don't work as consistently. Like I have a joke about like drag queens that just doesn't like work as consistent as I'd like it to. But I do think I might have fixed it. It's like some of them are just like the setups don't feel right, and I think I might have finally fixed them. And then you
did that one at the Zone the other night, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I thought that was good.
And I think I might have figured out how to like at least get into it quicker and like just more concise. And then same thing with that farm joke, the farmer one.
Yeah.
I think I found a way. I like rewrote the setup and it kind of it's like the same joke it's exactly the same joke, but I used to set it up like I literally would say like I don't like politics, but I think it's funny when people contradict themselves, and people are just pussies. So as soon as you say anything like remotely political,
right?
I mean, it depends on like the crowd, and it depends on like where in your set. Usually, by the time I do that joke, I've built equity with the crowd or whatever. But every once in a while, I'll do that joke and it gets quiet. I'm like, what? Would you? I've just told a bunch of jokes. Dude, what do you think is gonna happen in the middle of my set?
Right.
That I'm gonna turn into a rally? Like, what is wrong with you? It's just so funny how people like push back.
Right.
Just at the mention of something.
I don't know how much it is like pushing back as it is like they don't want to be seen laughing at the wrong thing.
Perhaps that might be part of it too.
They're like, am I allowed to laugh at this?
Exactly.
Is this okay to laugh at?
Yeah. Like, no, it's fine laughing at me sucking dicks. That's totally cool. But then as soon as you mention anything even remotely real, but no, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably some of that as well.
Yeah.
They're like, oh God, what am I gonna have to like not laugh at? But
they probably start looking around at like.
Yeah. Who's here? Who can? What demographic am I not allowed to laugh about right now? But no, and it's not even like it's a goofy joke too. It's like solely a goofy, just like angle on like nothing. It's really not even like a political joke. But I just didn't know how to get into it, and I think I finally. I kind of like made it personal and made it like I just lie, you know what I mean? Like as if it's actually happening to me or whatever.
Right.
So I kind of just went that angle, and I think it's like definitely. I tried it again I did it again on Monday, and it worked well as well. But yeah, I'm just like kind of like tightening up jokes that I don't always have in my set because like I don't love them as much. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a couple. If you remember that the house joke I have about like houses are like relationships or whatever.
Yeah. That was good.
I like that joke, and like it doesn't work well. So that's like my next one that I'm gonna see if I can tighten up and see if I can find out what's wrong with it and see if I can fix it or whatever. Because I did it at that competition,
right?
And it fucking worked so well. Then
for sure,
that is the best that joke's ever worked at those two nights. Of those comedy competitions. Other than that, it like a lot of times doesn't work.
Are you doing it in the same place?
Usually, yeah, because I feel like it just makes sense after I'm talking about my girlfriend.
Right. So I didn't know if you moved it around.
Yeah, no, I almost always do it right after the Cougar jokes. Huh. And it like, yeah, it's just so funny. It's just so weird how like stuff, like you can tell a joke 100 times and it's just like, will stop working. It's like, what? I didn't change this. Like, and I still like it, so stop it. Stop not liking it. Like I hate you guys.
No, that one's good. Like I would say, definitely keep doing it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like when I started doing it, it worked, and then it just stopped working, and it might have only not worked like once, or maybe not even twice. It might have like only not worked once at a show, but then like I feel like every time I do it at an open mic, it doesn't work, and I'm like. I get that it's open mic, but still, like I don't know. I just feel like this. I don't know. It's just one of those.
Yeah.
So I might revisit it. It's been like forever since I did it, so it might be a good time to rehash it or whatever.
Yeah, I have one of those that like the first few times, and I did it on one of the first times at the competition. Might have been the first year.
Yeah,
maybe last year, but anyway, about Mountain Dew. Like it's pretty benign, and like, but the first bunch of times I did it, it got a laugh every time, and then
it just stopped.
It just kind of stopped. I mean, I haven't done it in quite a while.
That's so funny.
Maybe because it kind of stopped working, so I started second guessing it. But
wait, is it the one like your therapist or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you just do it? Oh no, That's funny. I'm remembering you talking about a show, and I was editing one of the podcasts. That's what I'm thinking of. So it was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was like last year probably when that episode.
I remember a few times it not working. I remember that fire hall that I did with Karen K and Earl. I did it up there, and it was just like blank stairs.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was like blank stairs.
The exact. Yeah.
Really? Like. Yeah, because I felt like they even pushed back more about that than like the Jesus joke. But
or it was like, I think that's what.
But
then
again, maybe they weren't necessarily pushing back. Like I just said,
they
just
didn't like the joke.
Yeah, or didn't get it. I mean,
or
just really loved Mountain Dew. Like, I mean,
could go either way.
Yeah.
That was from episode 117.
Oh, really?
That's from episode 117. Very. I forget what it's called. Very old, very bright, and very white. I think it was.
Which was the audience.
Yes, yeah. It's the exact, because I made a clip about that. About that exact thing happening, yeah.
See, again.
Sorry, spoiling. But
again, why am I doing comedy for white people? They just stare at you and cross their arms. I mean, could also be me, but
yeah, I think it's you. But yeah, no, I'm just like, just kind of like tightening up, and I'm revisiting some jokes that that work, but like I said, I think can improve. Yeah, that house joke is my next project. I'm gonna see if I can. And then that joke I wrote forever ago. I haven't done it in very long about that like sexuality, like aromantic or whatever. I always loved that joke.
I was just thinking about that joke a day or two ago.
Really?
Somebody said something on the podcast like about that, like not anything near your joke.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it wasn't stepping on that, but it was just like about that concept and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I was like, I hope he still does that joke.
Yeah, no, I don't, because it never fucking. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that smart. But it's like people don't get it. I think I did rewrite the setup to that one too. Some of them I feel like the jokes are funny, but like I think it's like getting lost on the way there or something. So I'm thinking I think I might have found a better way to like do that one. Yeah. But it's also like such a weird joke to do at an open mic, I feel like. Because it's just out of the blue, and I'm talking about like I don't know. It's weird, so we'll see. I'll try. I'm gonna try it at the Zone tomorrow night.
Hell yeah.
We'll fucking see if it works.
Yeah, I mean, it was good enough that I like thought about it randomly.
Yeah,
like,
well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. I was like, I hope he still does that because.
Yeah, I'm about to, so we'll see. No, yeah, and I like the joke, and I think it's I think I might have found a better way to set it up. Excuse me, that'll be like quicker too. I always felt like the setup was long for that joke.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I gotta get in the fucking writing. I was just talking to a couple people up at Phantom Power. Fucking Monday was like really good too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was like really, really fun. There was like 20 signups. Yeah, we only got 4 minutes at POV.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Ali hosted. He did a great job, and it was like a really just a really sick night. Oh. Yeah, it was the first time I was there in like a month, just by coincidence.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because
I'll get back there one day.
Yeah. Because two weeks I wasn't able to go because just like work or whatever, and then they bumped us for a band, and then last week I had like a gambling thing to go to, so I didn't win any money, so that sucked. But yeah, so I couldn't go. So yeah, it's been like a month. I was like, damn, I feel like it's been forever since I've been here.
Right. Comedy.
Yeah, comedy's fun.
I do have some time surrounding like the few days before the trip. Is there going to be a Memorial Day mic?
As far as I know, I think so.
So I can hopefully make it to that one.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else going on because I'll be off, obviously. But that like we go to New York like the next day, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, shit, we'll see. Maybe I don't want to do that either. Oh, and there is a show if you're going to be near Millersville the day before Memorial Day.
The Sunday.
Yes, 25th.
Okay.
There's a show with a bunch of comics on it. It's a big showcase. It's going to be a really sick show, and if you're going to be in the area, you should go to that. I'm not going to be on it, but I will be there. I'm probably going to help run it.
Nice.
I'll probably do something, maybe run the door or whatever. And I might do the music maybe or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
maybe I'll be able to pop into that one too.
Yeah, it's earlier on a Sunday.
Nice, hell yeah.
Yeah, I forget what time. I think it's like 6. No, it might be 7. So like you can go out and be home by 9 or something like that. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, it should be a fun time. Yeah, it's gonna be a sick show. Sweet. So it's like a bunch of comics. A lot of the people that have been around POV and stuff,
right,
frequently or whatever. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's all I have to plug.
Cool. Yeah, I got nothing else except the Harrisburg competition, the Lehigh Valley one. I don't have anything, nothing booked at the moment. Nice. But looking forward to New York.
Hell yeah.
Seeing the play, seeing New York. Have you ever been
No.
To New York City? Really?
No, I have not.
All right, cool.
I've never even been to Jersey.
Oh, shit. That's wild, even with Lori?
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't go back often. She doesn't have a lot of, like, immediate family. Most of them are, like, cousins and stuff like that. So she's been there a few times to visit, but not often. Yeah.
Cool. New York is kind of wild. It's definitely a vibe. It's definitely... You feel small.
Yeah.
Because it's so, like, just busy and, like...
Yeah, I can see
crazy.
that. I mean, I can see that just from going to like slightly bigger cities, you know what I mean, like Philly or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't been in years, but yeah, the few times I did go, I really like the vibe, but it's definitely a vibe.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we'll have a ton of fun. Hopefully, have some fun things for you guys to see, listen to. I don't know. You got anything else?
Nope. Not a thing.
Yeah.
I do have a show next Saturday, actually.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yes, yeah. New Bloomfield. I don't even think anybody can go to it, so don't worry about it. It's at a VFW. I'm pretty sure you guys can't go to it. I think it's ticketed though, so I don't know.
People can buy tickets, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't think you have to be a member. I think you know.
Possibly. I'm not sure. That's a good question that I probably should have thought of before I brought that up.
Right. No, yeah. If it's ticketed, I'm sure they're not going to turn down money. So
that's true. Yeah, you're probably right. Veterans need it. So.
So where is it?
New Bloomfield, PA.
All right.
North. Awesome. It's very north.
Alrighty. Well, I think we're gonna go try to get a massage.
Nice.
And I guess we'll see y'all next Thursday.
Take it easy.